Aw yeah, Rivers here with some cool tech at CES, and this is the Sony Xperia ZL, and right now I'm shooting 1080p video in this dimly lit room, and it looks awesome. And that's because of the backside illuminated 13 megapixel CMOS sensor on here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you around the phone, and hopefully later in this video I'll show you a few things that you haven't seen before. So first off, we've got your USB, MHL, and power port on the left side here. On the top you've got your headphone jack. And here on the back is your 13 megapixel BSI camera with flash, which performs really well, and we'll test that in a little bit. Also on the front side you've got a 2 megapixel camera as well. Over here on the right side, from top to bottom, we have the volume, power, and dedicated camera button, and I really like this layout on this phone. It felt really intuitive the minute I used it. It had come from the Galaxy S3 and it seemed to be a better layout. Down here on the bottom is where your SD card and your SIM card go, and no more having to pull the battery to replace those because you can't pull the battery. It's built into this phone. But it is a 2370 milliamp battery, so it should last nice and long. I'll show you more on that battery life later. Next up, I wanted to compare the Xperia ZL to my Samsung Galaxy S3. So even though the Xperia ZL has a bigger screen, it's actually a little bit smaller phone, and that's because of the super small bezel on it. Also, I thought the screen looked a little bit brighter on the Xperia, and of course it's a lot faster than my Galaxy S3. The ZL has the front camera sensor on the bottom, and I just wanted to show how that looks. And I think it works really good. First, one thing, it makes the picture very stable, and I think it gives you a kind of a cool angle of view, so I'm actually pretty happy with it. I didn't think I would be, but I really like it a lot. When we talked to the Sony rep, he told us about a key feature that isn't obvious on the phone, but it makes a big difference. So I guess Sony's development team went deep into the kernel and modified the power settings. And check out this real-time power management app they have. 9 days, 14 hours of standby time. That's on 100% battery charge, and that is just amazing for an Android phone. This is a real-time monitoring app, so it's monitoring what's going on the phone and giving you an accurate assessment based on what's running on the phone at the time. One of the best features of the ZL is the 13 megapixel camera. So let's go ahead and take some test shots, and we'll just zoom in and see how they look. And this is a fairly dimly lit room with no flash, so here you go. You can really see pretty good considering how dark it is in here, and you can only imagine if it was bright out how crisp these pictures would look. One thing that helps these sensors work so well in low light is backside illumination, or BSI, and that's where they take the finished imager, grind off the back, put the lenses on the back side of the imager, and then the light can go straight down to the active areas without having to go through all the different metal levels above on a normal semiconductor. I know this because I work in the industry and we do failure analysis on imagers all the time. And Sony makes some of the best state-of-the-art image sensors in the world right now. Let's test one more picture, and this is kind of like a macro picture. I was nice and close to it, and you can just see every detail of that screen on there. You can see the lettering really well, and it just zooms in forever with a 13 megapixel image, so really nice sensor on this phone. I'm impressed. Here we have both a black and a white version of the Xperia ZL. Just wanted to give you a comparison of what they look like, and I'll put a link to both of these down in the description below where you can get a great deal on them. Now, if you're looking for something a little more rugged, a little more water resistant than the ZL, this is the Xperia Z, and it's got the exact same specs as the ZL, just a little bit less buttons and a millimeter or two bigger. But look at this, you can dip it in water. This phone's been going in all day long. I've got a couple friends I'd like to recommend this phone to. And finally, if all that isn't enough, I've got one bonus feature here for you that the ZL has, and that's an infrared transmitter. So you can use it with this app to control your television set. I think this has huge potential for future IR apps for controlling all kinds of devices. And the rep here, he showed us how it worked and just walked over and turned off this TV. And this rep, it turned out he really knew what he was doing because he was actually an engineer in charge of kernel development. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Xperia ZL. There's lots more things I didn't cover, like NFC and its quad-core processor, but I'll put a list of the specs down in the video description below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button for me. That'll help me out a ton. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll keep you updated with more CES updates and more Android updates. And thanks for watching, and as always, aloha.